Welcome students. Today we are going to do cylinder, surface areas and volume, chapter 13, and we are learning about cylinders. Cylinder, if I ask you what a cylinder is, maybe you're not able to define what a cylinder is, but you all will be able to identify the cylinder. We all see in our day-to-day life many cylindrical shapes around us, right? The beaker that you use in chemistry lab is cylindrical. That's a cylinder. Then the cold drink can is a cylindrical shape. Then even these pens are cylindrical shapes, right? Even this is a cylinder. This is a cylindrical shape. Now if you observe a cylinder carefully, it has two plane ends. It has two plane ends. One this and the above will be the top one. Right here it doesn't have a top here. You can see in this pen, one this plane end and one will be the plane end this side. And both the plane ends are of the shape circle. So a cylinder has two circular, we call these ends as bases. A cylinder has two bases, circular bases as top and bottom. Right, these two bases are circular bases, top and bottom, and they are always parallel to each other. They are always parallel to each other. Line joining the centers of these bases, see the center of the bottom base and the center of the top base. The line joining the center of these bases is called the axis of the cylinder. This line is called the axis, which we generally denote by, which we write as height and denote by h. This line is called the axis and this is the base, radius of the base, which we denote by r. Right? Now in your book you will encounter that in place of cylinder many a times it's right circular cylinder written. Now what does it mean to be a right circular cylinder? In a right circular cylinder, the axis, that is height and radius, are perpendicular to each other. You can understand it by this concept. See, if we have a rectangle, see I have a rectangle here. Now if I revolve this rectangle around one of its perpendicular sides, I am revolving rectangle, these angles are 90, all angles are 90. Now I am revolving it around this perpendicular side, this side. You can revolve it around this side also, but I am revolving it around this side. If I revolve it around this side like this, so I'll get something like this. We get a cylinder. I'll get a cylinder where this will be height and this is radius, and they are perpendicular to each other because it is generated by a rectangle. So they are perpendicular to each other. So such a cylinder is called, in which the axis and the radius of the base are perpendicular to each other, is called right circular cylinder. See, it has three terms. Right circular cylinder. Shape is cylinder. Right means axis and height are perpendicular to each other, and circular means these ends are circular in shape. So right circular cylinder understood. Now hence on in this chapter here, whenever we use term cylinder, it will be a right circular cylinder. Now one more thing, you may ask, you may reflect on, okay, can we have a cylinder which is not right circular cylinder? All cylinders are like this only, right circular cylinder? Yes, we can have a cylinder which is not right circular cylinder. Suppose you made a tower by piling up the coins together. You all must have played in your childhood. All must have piled up the coins together. And obviously, while playing you understand that I need to pile up 5 rupee coin on the top of a 5 rupee coin to make it a tower, right? I cannot mix up different currency coins together to make a tower. So that means these bases are always congruent. You need to have same size circles to pile out, same size coins in order to pile up to make a cylinder. Now if that coin tower, if I tilt it a little, that will not be a right circular cylinder. Leaning Tower of Pisa is an example of the same. It's not a right circular cylinder, right? Okay, now understood right circular cylinder. So now on, whenever I use the word cylinder, it means, that automatically means we are talking about right circular cylinder. Now let's talk about the surface area of a cylinder. Now you can see here also, circle has three surfaces. Surface area of a circle means sum of the areas of all the surfaces of a shape, solid. Whatever the surfaces, the solid has sum of the areas of all the surfaces. Now cylinder has how many surfaces? This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. It has 3 surfaces. The first one, this is a circle. Area of the circle we all know is pi r square, where r is the radius. Same, area of the circle will also be same because these are congruent circles. So it's pi r square. Now what about this shape? See, this is this shape which joins the two bases together. It's something like this. It's something like this. If I remove the bases, I get something like this. Now this shape, how do I find the surface area of this? This is called the lateral surface of the cylinder, right? This is the curved surface or the lateral surface of the cylinder. Now how do I find the surface area of this? Now see, if I cut this cylinder, if I cut the cylinder and if I open it up, this is the cylinder. If I cut it and open it, flatten it, what do I get? I get a rectangle. So if I open it up and flatten it, I'll get a rectangle. Something like this, we'll get a rectangle. Now observe, children, the base of this rectangle, this base is nothing but the circumference of the cylinder, base of the cylinder. Base of the cylinder was circle, so this is circumference of the circle. What is the formula for the circumference of a circle whose radius is r? 2 pi r. So this is 2 pi r. This side is 2 pi r. Obviously this side is also 2 pi r. Now what about this? This was nothing but, if I cut it open, this is nothing but height. So we call it h. Right? Now area of the rectangle is L into B, product of these two dimensions. So area of the surface will be area. This is curved surface. So curved surface area will be 2 pi r into h, which is 2 pi r h. Understood? It's 2 pi r h. So total surface area, which we denote by TSA, total surface area of the cylinder will be sum of the areas of all the three surfaces. First surface pi r square. Second is a lateral surface 2 pi r h. And third is again a circle pi r square. So can I write it as 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h? Now I can see I can take something common. So 2 pi r common. What I'm left is r here and h here. So total surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r times r plus h. And the curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r h. Curved surface or the lateral surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r h, and the total surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r times r plus h. Thank you. That's all in the introduction part. We derived the formulas for the surface area of the cylinder. Now the exercise questions, exercise 13.2, we will do in the next video.